Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, Kanak.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Let's
A very good morning, ma'am.
say good morning, Kaditi. Let's wait for the others to join. Let's get started. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Do you know what is today? What's the day today? Like, apart from Tuesday, what is it today? What is it?
Ma'am, don't know.
It's National Voters Day. What is it today?
National Voters Day.
What do you know about voting? Hanji, what do you know about voting? Tell me. Tell me, children. What's the importance of a vote? Tell me. Any idea about Shreyansh? Do you know what is it today apart from Tuesday? Tell me, kids. It is National Voters Day today. Right now, you people are not voters. Are you voters for now?
No, ma'am.
No. Right?
Ma'am?
Voters. Yes.
Ma'am, we have started the chapter.
Yes, because we know we have not started the chapter. We're just discussing about the National Voters Day, which is today. Right? Being SST class, you must be aware of it, no? Okay. So, the question is, you are not voters right now. When will you be eligible to vote? Tell me. Hurry up. Tell me quickly, children.
Ma'am, what?
Hanji.
Ma'am, what to tell? I'm continue.
I'm asking, why do we celebrate it today? You will be eligible to vote after completing the age of 18, right? Once you cross the age of 18,
Yes, ma'am.
right after that you'll be eligible to vote. But do you know what happens in India? Do you think that 100% of the Indian population goes and casts their vote? Whose birthday
No,
was it?
ma'am.
Whose birthday was it, Parini? You also have
Ma'am,
passed. Sorry. So yes, the thing is, the problem with our country is that no, the 100%, like only I think 60 to 70% of the population who are eligible voters, they go and out and cast their vote.
Ma'am.
Good morning. Reason being, some of them are not, no, some of them are not interested in going out to vote because voters day is a holiday. So they actually consider it as a holiday and they just relax at home or they go out and do this and that. Secondly, there are many people who are not even aware of, like, they also have the right to vote. They should also go and cast their vote. Then there used to be like no booth capturing, and as we know, all sorts of crimes are also happening outside the world. So the question,
Ma'am, they don't go for voting.
Hanji,
Ma'am, they don't go.
yeah, they don't. That is what I was telling you. They don't even go. Some of them want to go, like, but then the other people do not let them go. Even if they want to go, there are people who don't let them go. Like, I'll suggest to people, there's a movie called Newton. Have you seen that? It's Rajkumar Rao's movie.
No, ma'am.
Newton. Newton. I know you must haven't watched it.
No, ma'am, not
About the
seen it. Isaac Newton, but not the Newton movie.
No, not Isaac Newton. It's Newton movie. It has been awarded for. I think it has been nominated for Oscars as well. Wonderful,
Ma'am, we will
wonderful.
see.
Like
Ma'am,
they
we
have
will see.
very wonderfully described how the tribals in India, about which we have just read, no? The tribals of India do not even get the right to vote. Those poor people, they don't get this right to vote. उन्हें मिलता मतलब उनके पास है ऐसा नहीं, they do not have the right to vote, but the authorities, they do not let them vote. Like, no, they just cast false vote in their name. So those poor people, they do not still, even after 74 to 75 years of independence, everybody is not getting the chance to vote. So these are some problems, and the reason I'm telling you all this is that in the coming generation, like in future, you people are going to be, the future of India. So I want that you people must be aware of your responsibility of casting a vote, and you must cast your vote. Okay, don't let your vote wasted. Okay, children.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, because
Okay,
this is
ma'am.
very, very important. And the reason you must have asked me a question that, ma'am, why do we why do we cast vote? Why do we celebrate this day on 25th of January? So can you tell me why is it so?
Ma'am, so we can, ma'am, elect the ma'am government like that day.
आज तो
That will
election
be
तो है नहीं आज. We don't have elections today.
yes, ma'am.
The reason the elections here in India are not conducted by the government. You know that the government doesn't conduct the elections here. Are you aware of it?
Ma'am, they are by the public.
Ma'am, no,
Even
ma'am.
public cannot
I was
conduct
not
them.
aware
So
of
we
that.
have an independent commission for conducting elections in our country, and that election commission, right? It is independent, right? It is not working under the government because, for example, right now whose government is it? BJP's government, right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So, for example, if BJP is conducting this, what do we say? Elections. Then what do you think? In whose favor the result will be?
Ma'am, in BJP favor only.
BJP,
Yes,
obviously.
ma'am.
Right?
There.
If BJP is conducting the election, then it's very obvious that the result is gonna be in the favor of BJP only. Right? So that is why we were like, oh, this will be a very good problem. That like very big problem. It's like this. So only and only the people who are in power, they'll only get power back and again. That is why the government of India set up an independent commission, election commission, right? Abhi, you must have seen I put up a post like the Election Commission of India had organized several competitions as well regarding this only, right? Regarding voters day and this and that. So yeah, like that is why they conduct elections, and those that commission had been set up on 25th January. So every year on 25th January we celebrate Voters Day to commemorate the or to celebrate the establishment of that election commission. Okay, if you went like today you are in class 7th, you'll go in class 9th and you'll read about the election commission in detail. Now let's get started with our chapter which we were doing yesterday. I made a flow chart. Did you guys make that flow chart in your notebook?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'm making it's half done. Exactly
I
the
suggest
same that
I've
you
sent
made.
that flowchart in the groups as well. So I'll suggest you people to make that flowchart in your notebook. It will really help you to understand the chapter in a very concise manner, right? Whenever we have to revise as well by making such flowcharts, it becomes very easier for us to revise because we can revise on tips, right? You have revised the headings, and if you have just revised the headings, then I think you will are capable enough to write 2 to 3 lines about them, right? Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay,
Yes,
now
ma'am.
let's move further. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So yesterday we have done till rural settlements. I did not explain you population density, right? Did
Yes,
I?
ma'am.
Did I explain you population density? No.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we have done like we have just discussed in brief about all the divisions. Then we read that some settlements are temporary, whereas some are permanent. Temporary settlements are the ones where nomadic people stay, that too for a very short period of time. And most settlements, however, are permanent, where people live for longer durations. Right? Clear?
Yes.
I'm clear.
Okay. So generally speaking, settlements can be classified into two types. Then there were rural and urban settlements. So, what is a rural settlement? A rural settlement is the one in which the majority of the people are involved in activities such as agriculture, fishing, mining, and forestry. Which kind of activities are involved in which? Tell me.
Mining, fishing, like that.
Yes.
Mining,
Ma'am, like
fishing.
Mining
marketing.
and forestry. Can you tell me these activities come under which sector? These activities are
Ma'am,
the,
can you repeat your words again?
can you tell me these activities are the activities of which sector? We know that we have divided the economic activities into three sectors. You know that?
Ma'am, in the rural,
Ma'am, the first sector.
Primary, secondary, and tertiary. You know what about, know something about these sectors?
ma'am, about tertiary because we did it.
No,
Like it,
tertiary sector is
ma'am, in
involved.
our previous chapter, ma'am, of civics, we have some like read about primary, secondary, and tertiary service of healthcare sector.
Tertiary services, right? Basically, this comes under the primary sector because the primary sector is also known as agriculture and related sector. Whenever we are doing work regarding the extraction of mineral resources, growing of crops, poultry farming, dairy farming, etc., all these works come under primary sector.
Ma'am, sources.
Okay. And you know the sector which you were speaking about, Zehra, tertiary sector, like whatever I am doing right now. What am I doing right now? Can you please tell me? I am providing you what?
Ma'am, rural settlements.
What am I providing you right now?
Ma'am, agriculture.
I am providing you agriculture.
No, ma'am, sorry, about information about it.
No, I am providing you services. My services, I am providing you the teaching services. Similarly, the doctor provides you the medical services. The lawyer provides you the law services. The people who are providing you services, they come under the tertiary sector. And tertiary sector is also known as service sector. The second is secondary sector, which is involved with the conversion of raw materials into useful products, which means which is mostly involved with manufacturing industries. Okay, clear? So, since population, like because people are involved in these kind of activities, here in rural settlements, the population is generally small and the population density is low as well. Who will tell me the meaning of population density, Bacha?
Ma'am, like how much is the
Ma'am,
population?
the ratio.
Beta, it's giving here.
Ratio
Yeah,
per
now.
unit of area of population.
Yes.
Ma'am, the ratio of that area.
Population.
Ma'am, the ratio of
The number of
population given to a
people.
unit of area.
Yeah, the number of or the ratio of the people living who live in per unit of area, which means in per unit of area, how many people are living in. As we know, in like the villages, if we talk about, the villages are never overcrowded. What are overcrowded are the which settlements are overcrowded? Can you tell me? If the rural settlements are not
Ma'am,
overcrowded.
what?
Hanji?
Ma'am, what
Ma'am.
you were saying?
I am saying rural
Ma'am,
settlements are not
compact.
overcrowded. The population density there is low. Which of them are overcrowded then?
Ma'am, compact.
Urban, right? We are living in the cities. We know that the cities, the area is decreasing day by day. People do not even have left with much land to make houses. Right, children? Okay. So in
Yes,
many
ma'am.
villages, handicrafts based on local raw materials are manufactured and some trade is also practiced. Right? Clear? Is it clear about rural settlements?
Yes, ma'am.
Now further, we are going to discuss about what happened. I'm going down. Just a minute, children. Yeah. Now we have to talk about the two divisions which we have read yesterday as well. No? That rural settlements are further divided into compact settlements and dispersed settlements, right? Okay. Sarah, read it.
Yes, ma'am. Rural settle Rural settlements can be either compact or dispersed. In compact settlements, the houses are built close together. They are mostly found in river valleys and fertile plains, where the land is flat and the accessibility is good. Dispersed settlements are made up of scattered houses. They are mostly found in hilly or forested areas. Large farmlands in areas where accessibility is poor.
Okay. So as she read children, and you can see it is very clearly stated that the rural settlements can either be compact or dispersed. Either be यानी कि वो compact भी हो सकती है and dispersed भी. I explained you what is compact and what is dispersed yesterday. Can you tell me what is it? What's the difference between compact and dispersed settlements?
Yes, ma'am. You have told that in complex settlements,
Ma'am,
their
in
houses are
the
like
houses are very
their
close.
Ma'am,
houses are
really
near,
close to
and
each
the
other.
compact in the dispersed
Ma'am, the
one, their
houses are
houses are
very
like far.
so far.
Are far away from
Yes,
each
ma'am.
other,
In
right? So the
compact, they are very
settlement
close
in
to
which
each
they are
other.
living, they are living in an urban settlement, the all not in a rural one. But do you think in our settlements the settlements are compact or dispersed?
Ma'am, compact.
Compact, right? So yes, in compact settlements, the houses are built close together. They are mostly found in river valleys and fertile plains. And as we know, Uttar Pradesh is indeed. Is it a fertile plain, children?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the meaning of fertile plain?
Ma'am, where the area is fertile and plain.
Fertile means, I'm asking the meaning of fertile.
Ma'am, the soil is not, ma'am, like the ma'am, the plain land
What's
where
the
the
meaning of
soil is
fertile?
not.
But so these things you read in science as well, in history as well, and still you do not know the meaning.
Yes, ma'am, in science we can tell where humus make the soil fertile.
Exactly, that's what it is. Fertile means the soil is rich in nutrients. That's it. Okay. That's all about it. Fertile means the soil is rich in nutrients. Okay.
Ma'am, where there is easy to grow crops.
Yeah, it's easy to grow crops in fertile soil because the fertile soil is rich in nutrients, right? Rich in humus. So, and as we know that Uttar Pradesh indeed is a fertile land, isn't it? Is Uttar Pradesh a fertile land?
Yes,
Ma'am, it can.
Yes, ma'am.
It is. That's a
Ma'am, because
that's
many
so much.
types
Yes,
of
ma'am, it
crops
is.
there.
It
Growth
is. That
there
is why
was
we have a lot of population living here in Uttar Pradesh, right? Right now. Okay. So
Yes,
next is the unfertile place where the land is flat and accessibility is good. Accessibility means
ma'am, accessibility means that ma'am, the unprovided area.
Ma'am, accessibility means like where we
accessibility means the areas which are easy to reach, right? Which have a good transport system
Ability to do it.
or a good transport system can be built there, right? Okay, we can build railways, roadways, airways very easily in plains, right? Whereas it's difficult to build them in mountains, right? Okay, clear?
Yes,
Next is dispersed. Dispersed means are made up of scattered houses. The houses are dispersed, like they are. And they are mostly found in the hilly or forested areas. You might have seen in the hilly areas, the houses are not close to each other, they are far away from each other. And we found a lot of green land in between. And they are found in forested areas, large farmlands, and in areas where accessibility is poor. In those areas where it is difficult for normal humans to reach. Clear?
yes.
Shreyansh,
Yes, ma'am.
class. Can you hear me, Shreyansh? Shreyansh, Vyas, you need to respond in the class, beta. Otherwise, I have to mark you absent. All the students who are in the class, they have to give response. Harshdeep, are you there in the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Rishika Chandani,
Yes,
Sorry,
ma'am.
ma'am, I
Radha
got
Shukla,
disconnected.
Yes, ma'am.
Shreyansh Vyas, Brinda.
Yes, ma'am.
Shreyansh, you have been marked absent. Yes, Harsh, what you read? Urban settlements.
Urban settlements. An urban settlement is one in which the majority of people are involved in non-agriculture activities such as industry, trade, commerce, administration, etc. It usually has a large population and the population density is also high. Administrative towns. They include not only capital cities of countries but also the centers of province, state, district, and other administration divisions. For example, New Delhi, Washington DC, and Gandhinagar.
Okay, thank you, Harsh. So, as Harsh read, that an urban settlement is the one in which the majority of people are involved in non-agricultural activity. What do we mean by non-agricultural activity? Which means they are either involved in industries, trade, commerce, administration, etc. Right? Because these areas offer so many jobs, so many things to do work. That's why the population density is also high. Clear? Is it clear, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Clear.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next is administrative towns. Like the first part of the urban settlements is administrative towns. So this we have read in full detail in the history chapter, right? About what administrative towns are, right, children?
Yes.
Yes. So they
Yes,
include
ma'am.
not only the capital
Yes, ma'am.
cities of countries, not only the capital cities of countries, but all the centers of provinces, states, and districts and other administrative divisions. For example, New Delhi, Washington DC, and Gandhinagar, all of them are known as administrative towns. Clear?
Yes.
Ma'am, like the capitals.
Yeah, like the capital of states, the capital of countries, and other important cities. Clear? Can you
Yes.
give me an example of a
Yes,
capital
ma'am.
of an administrative town? Vrinda?
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am,
New
ma'am,
Delhi.
I'm just switching off my camera because, ma'am, your
Okay,
voice is
fine.
something
I saw
cracking.
that. Yes, Vrinda, can you tell me an example of administrative town apart from the ones which have been given here? Zara,
Ma'am, can we see like Delhi?
Delhi is already given. Tell me something else.
Ma'am, Mumbai,
Mumbai. Okay, and
Ma'am, Vrinda's saying that
Lucknow,
she
ma'am,
doesn't speak
Lucknow,
Delhi.
Lucknow,
ma'am,
right?
Lucknow.
And Arnav, give me an example of administrative town.
Ma'am, Chandigarh.
Ma'am, Kolkata.
Okay,
Ma'am, Bhopal.
okay. Next, we have defense towns. Now, they are the centers of military activities, like the army headquarters are there, naval dockyards are there, and air bases. For
Ma'am, the
example,
Navy.
Hanji,
Ma'am, the Navy.
Navy is not a town.
No, ma'am, for the defense town.
Yes, right. Yeah, the Navy is not a town, no? If you're giving an example, it's basically the towns where Navy headquarters are there or the Army headquarters are there, right? So, for example, Mao in Madhya Pradesh, Kochi, Barakpur. And can you give me some examples of defense towns?
Ma'am, Delhi.
Delhi is a defense town. Tell me,
Yes. Ma'am, Bareilly also.
Bareilly.
Half
Because
of the.
we have what?
Ma'am, Kant is covered by army only.
What do we have in Bareilly? Why can we call Bareilly a defense town?
Ma'am, Kant, Bareilly Kant.
Kansas is everywhere, beta.
Ma'am, Ladakh.
Ladakh, no. Kashmir can be said.
Ma'am, Pokhran.
Kashmir. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the boundary one.
Hanji.
Ma'am, the
Ma'am,
Pokhran.
the boundary one cities.
The Pokhara, what?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, Jammu.
Jammu, Jalandhar,
ma'am, where nuclear, ma'am, where nuclear test happened.
Jammu, Jalandhar, etc. Okay. Next is yeah. Next they have talked about cultural towns. Yes, Sanya, read about the cultural towns.
Okay, ma'am. They are the centers of culture such as education, art, and religion. For example, Oxford, Shanti Niketan, educational, Hollywood, entertainment, Varanasi, Makkah, and Vatican City, religious.
Okay. Right. So just can you relate them with something? Have you read something regarding this earlier?
Ma'am, where they are specially called for like cultural reasons.
Can't we see, like, even after reading the examples, they remind us of the pilgrimage towns,
Ma'am, like Ayodhya.
aren't they? Aren't they like the pilgrimage towns?
Yes, ma'am. They are like temple towns.
Yes. So yeah, we can
Same,
say that
ma'am.
temple towns and cultural towns are almost the same, right? They are the centers of culture such as education, art, and religion, and they have given some examples such as Oxford. Okay, and yeah, Shantiniketan, Hollywood, Varanasi, Makkah, Vatican City, we can say Ayodhya, Haridwar, okay, and Jaipur is one of them, right? They can be known as cultural towns. Agra, right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we have
Yes, ma'am.
industrial towns. Yes, there are what are industrial towns?
Okay, ma'am. Industrial town. They have some kind of manufacturing industry as their major function. For example, Jamshedpur, Durgapur, Bhir, Mingam, Derod, etc.
Yes, okay. So as she read us, industrial towns have some kind of manufacturing industry as a major function, right? For example, in Jamshedpur, we have many industries. Okay, Durgapur, Birmingham, Detroit. Okay, can you give me an example, some examples of industrial towns? Do you know that?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
industrial
maybe
like
Hansi?
Durgapur.
mm,
Hansi? What the two?
Ma'am, Durga.
Durgapur and
Ma'am, Jamshedpur.
Jamshedpur, you already mentioned.
ma'am,
Kochi is again a very good city. We have many industries
Mumbai,
there in
Delhi,
Kochi,
Kochi.
right? You know that this Rudhapur, have you heard of the term Rudhapur? It's near to Bareilly. Have you heard
Ma'am,
of
just Rudra heard, not Rudapur.
Rudhapur? Is in Uttarakhand. It's very near to Bareilly, and it is also an industrial town. It's an industrial hub. It has many industries there. Okay, clear? Now let's talk about the
Yes,
market
ma'am.
towns. What are we going to talk about now?
Market
Market
town.
Market
town.
towns. So what are the market towns? The market towns are very simple. It is they are the collection of for like they are the collection and distribution centers for various goods. जैसे trade towns कह सकते हैं हम इनको, right? For example, Bathgam in West Bengal and Northwestern England. In India we can say Bareilly, sorry, Delhi. There is a very big market town, right? People go there for exchange of Kolkata. Again, it's a market town. Next, we have mining towns. They have developed near the mining areas. For example, Dhanbad, near which coal has been extracted, Jonesburg for gold, coal mines, right? So these are also some mining areas. Mining, is the meaning of mining? What is the meaning of mining, children?
Ma'am, mining means that I'm taking them coal there from areas they can like वो हम खोदते हैं उसको उसके अंदर से
Ma'am,
सब निकालते हैं
Right. Mining,
ma'am,
हम that
mine,
process को कहते हैं
great
digging
mining.
and
We extract the
process.
natural sources from the earth, right? Basically, the minerals, right, kids? Here. Now,
Yes,
Yes.
port
ma'am.
towns. We have already discussed about port towns, right, children? So the port towns are towns which have developed around a large port or harbor, right? And areas important for trading and distribution centers. For
Ma'am,
example,
Ma'am,
like
Mumbai,
Kolkata,
Delhi.
Hong Kong, New
ma'am,
York.
ma'am,
Ma'am,
I
can
have
we
a
say
doubt.
Goa is also port town?
Yeah, Goa is also port town, but Goa will also come in resort towns. Okay, and Chennai is
Excuse
also
me,
port
ma'am.
town, right?
Kolkata.
Ma'am, can you say
And
that
go, hey,
Sonbhadra
Goa
is a
is
market town?
Hanji. That
Ma'am, can we say
as
that
to Delhi
Sonbhadra is a
Delhi
market town?
is Delhi is an administrative town, but apart from being an administrative town, Delhi is also serving as a big market town. There is no one can be serving as two things. Okay, now we have resort towns. What are resort towns? They cater to the need of recreational needs of people, and they are the various sense of hill station, seaside towns. Okay, uh, yes, and spas, places, attractive scenery like Nainital, Kovalam, Dehradun, okay, Shimla, Masuri, Manali, all these are known as what? They are all
Resort town.
Resort
resort
towns
towns.
where
And
people
many
go for the
resorts here,
holidays also.
Ramnagar, Ramgarh, Mukteshwar, n number of them. Next is residential towns.
Mysore, Dehradun.
Dehradun, right? Now, residential towns have been developed to provide residence to people such as Chandigarh, Kalyani, Richmond, Bareilly. Is Bareilly a residential town? Yes. Can you give me some more examples of residential towns?
Ma'am, Bareilly,
Ma'am,
Allahabad,
Bareilly.
Even Bareilly,
Ma'am, Allahabad,
Ma'am,
Allahabad,
mm,
and
Ma'am,
ma'am,
Ma'am, Mahoba,
any town you can say, any town's name you can
Ma'am,
take.
Jabalpur, Ma'am, any town.
Exactly. So many towns perform the variety of function like London, New York, Mumbai, Kolkata. Because you have to see, I told you, they also serve as administrative town, market towns, this town, that town. So they are referred to as diversified in functions because they perform different functions, right, children? Right?
yes,
Yes,
We
ma'am.
have rural
Yes,
and
ma'am.
urban settlements are complementary to each other. The villages provide supply of food grains, fruits, vegetables, milk, and daily laborers to the towns. On the other hand, the towns provide the industrial goods that are required in villages. People from villages come to the towns for employment opportunities and also for education, medical, and entertainment facilities. Right? Have you understood it till here, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a
Yes,
doubt.
ma'am. No,
Yes,
ma'am.
very. Please ask.
Ma'am, can we say that market town, ma'am, in market town, Sonbhadra also comes?
What?
Ma'am, Sonbhadra also comes in market town.
What? Soon?
Sonbhadra. Ma'am, Sonbhadra. Ma'am,
Soon?
like it's related to gold or something.
Yeah, it will, if it is ready to gold, it can come in mining town because gold must be getting extracted from there. Not in market town. It can come in mining town. Right? Mining or industrial. They are industries and industrial towns. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Next is transport. Right? So as we know that transport is very essential in the development of towns. Without good facilities of transport, what do you think? Would we have been able to develop the transport facilities? Without transport, would we have been able to develop the towns?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, Anna, read transport. Anna, read.
okay, ma'am. Uh, transport facilities, the movement of goods on and people from one place to another, and development of an efficient transport network is essential for the economic prosperity of the country. Transport system is governed mainly by terrain and economic activities of a region. This is poor transport. There is poor transport network in the mountains, forests, marshy, and arid regions,
Arid
as
region.
well as in the
Arid regions.
arid arid regions, as well as in the economically backward regions. On the other hand, regions uh, with uh, flat land and those are the centers of the agriculture, industrial and mining activities have dense transport network. There are four important modes of transport. They are roadways, railways, waterways and airways.
Thank you so
Road,
much, Arnav. Right, children. So, as
okay.
Arnav read and told us that transport facilitates the movement of goods and people from one place to another. We know that it's only with the help of transport we are able to move ourselves and the goods which we are producing or which we want to trade in from one place to another. Without transport, this wouldn't have been possible, right? So, the development of an efficient transport network is essential for the economic prosperity of a country. If we want a country,
Ma'am,
Hanji,
ma'am, ma'am, the nomads people, they have transport facility. I don't think so. They have transport facility.
who?
So, ma'am,
Who?
ma'am, nomads people like
The
Banjaras.
nomads. Acha, the nomads
They
are
have,
able to move because of the
they have.
transport facility only, no? They're able to go from one place to another because they have good network of roads. Otherwise, they wouldn't have now.
Ma'am, at that time also they are like,
At that time, they
okay,
used to
ma'am.
create their own path, right? And at
Yes,
that
ma'am,
time,
I
the
got
facilities are same for everyone. If there were no road facilities for the nomads, there were no facilities for the normal people as well, right? So yes, now the transport system is governed mainly by the terrain and economic activities of a region. So there is poor transport network in the mountains, forest, marshy, or arid regions, as well as in the economically backward regions, right? So कहाँ पे transport network खराब होता है? It is in the mountain region, forest region, marshy regions, and arid regions. Do you know the meaning of all these regions? You know what are mountains, right, kid?
yes, ma'am.
Forest. Do you know what are marshy regions? Do you know what are marshy regions, kids?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, rainy places.
Yes, where the soil is no almost the soil is all the time it is wet, and because of which no the ground is very greasy. It's very difficult to walk in there. You can also get submerged in the mud. That's known as marshy region. Arid
Yes,
means
ma'am, that one.
and arid region means extremely dry regions. Arid region means
Ma'am, the places which are dry.
extremely dry, right? So in such areas, it is very difficult to make road network, okay, transport network in any manner. On the other hand, regions with flat land and those which are the centers of agriculture, industrial, or mining activities have dense transport network. Dense means very बहुत ज़्यादा roads. If you look at the transport network of Bareilly, you will find a lot of roads, right? Agriculture, industrial, or mining activities have dense transport networks. Now there are four modes of transport. This we have read from beginning only: roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. Right, children? These four are there. Okay. So now
Yes,
the
ma'am.
meeting is about to end. We'll begin about roadways in the next lecture. So one question is here. Highways are named differently in different countries. Find out the name of some highways. This is your homework. This you'll find out in the
Ma'am,
next
and it's
class.
even,
I'll ask you in the
ma'am, and it's,
next class and see whether you're able to answer. So
Ma'am, please repeat the homework.
it's
ma'am,
given in
it's the
find out.
most longest, ma'am, it's the longest highway in India. It's made from Varanasi to Ma'am Kanyakumari.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I was just thinking about that only.
Hmm. So
Ma'am, repeat the homework.
highways, beta it is given here, no, Sanya? Find out. That's the homework.
Ma'am, Purvanchal Express.